I liken it like, I mean, I've got a son at 24. I've got 4 kids. I've got one at 24 and I've got one at 4 years of age. When you have children and you're younger, you really, what's to that? You know, it's no difficulty. But when you have them when you're older, you appreciate them more and you look after them more. And I think that's how I look upon this. It's been a long time coming, and we've all worked very hard for it, and it tastes nice.
Everyone's looking forward to it. We have done ever since we've qualified. Tried to keep our mind on the league, you know, but we can't sort of get away from the fact that we are all going to Wembley, and we hopefully it'll be a great day.
For Chelsea to get to Wembley, it's where really we all expect Chelsea to be, in amongst the top 6, 7 clubs, challenging for trophies. Really, we are where I think we should be.
A large part of Chelsea's success can be attributed to chairman Ken Bates. The competition had been his brainchild, and now his team would be contesting the final for the 2nd time in 4 years.
If we win it, we will have taken about £400,000, which is a very useful contribution to the club's coffers. It makes up for some of the money we lost last year when we were fighting back from being relegated the previous year. And of course, the irony of the game today on Sunday, of course, is the fact that we're playing Middlesbrough, who beat us for the last remaining place in the 1st division 2 years ago. So that quite clearly means that it should heighten the atmosphere and the excitement. And I think, I hope that both Sky and Zenith will be very pleased at the return for the fact that they've been so imaginative and supportive in the competition.
So Ken Bates delighted at the competition's success, and the players too were in good spirits as the team coach headed toward Wembley and the Zenith Cup final.
It's a great thing for the club. I mean, all of us to be there is tremendous, and I mean, it could give our whole season a new boost.
Well, obviously we're very pleased. All the lads have been looking forward to it ever since we've qualified, and we're all hoping it's going to be a great day, and we hope all our fans and everyone connected with Chelsea Football Club enjoys themselves.
Wouldn't like to predict the score. I think it would be a very difficult game, and you know, I'd like to think that we'd come away with a win, but we just have to wait and see.
Well, we're all delighted to be reaching Wembley. We started this tournament halfway through the season. We've played 5 or 6 rounds. I think we've played 4 or 5 of them away from home. So it hasn't been an easy one. The boys have applied themselves and they've got the just rewards by achieving a cup final at Wembley. No matter what cup final it is, it's always a great thrill and a great joy for any footballer to be going to Wembley.
It was a great day for manager Bobby Campbell. It was the first time he'd ever been to Wembley in his footballing career. His family, and in particular his 86-year-old mother, were there to see Bobby proudly lead his team out at Wembley before a packed house. Let's rejoin our commentary team of Ron Atkinson and Peter Brackley.
Solari and Bill Fox make their way across to the Chelsea team. Chelsea captained by Peter Nicholas, the Welsh international. There's Dave Besant, goalkeeper of course for Wimbledon back in 1988 when they shocked the football world by beating Liverpool. And one of the men behind the emergence of the Full Members Cup is Ken Bates, the Chelsea chairman. So a proud day for him to see his team back at Wembley. An outspoken man, but one who loves his football. So the two teams break to their respective ends. Middlesbrough to our right, Chelsea to our left. And the sun shining brightly down now on Wembley. So let's go through then the two teams for you. Here's the Chelsea lineup. In goal, Dave Besant. Memories revive then for him of the 1988 FA Cup final. He was the first goalkeeper to captain a cup final team here. Across the back, Gareth Hall, the Welsh international, who's keeping out Scotland's Steve Clarke. Clarke is fit again, but Gareth Hall has got the vote. In the middle, Erland Johnsen of Norway, Kenneth Montcow of Holland, and England international Tony Dorigo on the left. 3 in midfield, Kevin McAllister, the man who's been playing so well lately, and 2 experienced men alongside him in the engine room, John Bumstead and Peter Nicholas. Bumstead, who played in the Full Members Cup winning side of '86, and Nicholas, for all his years in the game, featuring in his first Wembley final. And the 3 men up front, Kerry Dixon, Gordon Durie and Kevin Wilson. Dixon and Wilson 18 goals apiece, and Durie well on the way back to his sharpest form. Well, now a look at the Middlesbrough side. The goal for them will be Stephen Pears. Full recovery by him from the injury that kept him out earlier in the season. Across the back, Gary Parkinson, Alec Kernahan, replacing the injured Tony Mowbray, Simon Coleman, the man who started in so well in place of Gary Pallister, now with Manchester United, of course. And at left back, Colin Cooper, another who's fit again after a lengthy layoff. In midfield, young Owen McGee, just 19 years old. What a day for him. 3 months ago, he was playing reserve team football. Alongside him, Mark Proctor, he'll be the Middlesbrough captain then, Mark Brennan and Peter Davenport. And the 2 up front, Stuart Ripley, restored to the side with Ian Baird cup-tied, and Bernie Slaven, what a threat he'll pose to Chelsea. 25 goals for Middlesbrough so far this season. Here's the referee then, Roger Milford from Bristol, experienced referee. He took charge of the Littlewoods Cup final last season, and has also refereed the final of the Sherpa Van Trophy as it was then. Well, we've had hail and rain, but now we have sunshine. Roger Milford just checking that all is well. A few more nervous seconds here for the players, but at last we're underway. Nicholas for Chelsea. Here's Kevin McAllister. Gareth Hall, perhaps a surprise in some people's eyes that he's in the team ahead of Steve Clarke. Gareth Hall scored in the area final over Crystal Palace, the win over Crystal Palace, and he really has been in outstanding form lately, and Bobby Campbell has given him the nod. I think that raised an eyebrow from you, Ron.
Yes, I must admit, because I've got the highest regard for Clarke. Obviously, Bobby Campbell has decided to go along with Hall, as you say, has been playing very well. He certainly played well in the semi-final games against the Palace, and has got a good little understanding with McAllister on the right-hand side of midfield.
80,000 in the stadium. The first all-seater Wembley final. And there's the first touch for Dave Besant. Saved a penalty, of course, in that 1988 FA Cup final win for Wimbledon over Liverpool. Dixon going through, and he was just beaten at the last end by Kernahan. And that was a very important challenge then for the Middlesbrough defender. At full stretch to deny Kerry Dixon. And I think the referee wants to change the ball. Roger Milford isn't happy with that one. So the first substitution of the game is made, and it's the football.
But I think that you saw straight away there, Peter, that Kerry Dixon signalled his intent. He will represent the main threat, as we've seen in other games that Chelsea have played the part in. Middlesbrough, 2 young central defenders. Coleman's been very impressive in the run-up to the final. He'll need to be bang at his best today.
Here's the corner then, to be taken by Nicholas. Montcow on the near post. It's flicked on by Dixon. Oh! Durie's shot was charged down. Away goes Ripley, but Middlesbrough so nearly conceded a goal then. Durie with the shot after Dixon had headed it on. Middlesbrough breathe again. As Dorigo cuts the ball upfield, Kernahan underneath it. Under threat though from Dixon, and he's got away from him. And Coleman just managed to steer it back. Take my word, Chelsea are testing out these central defenders. Here's the corner again. It was over Montcow, and it's Dixon who flicks it on there, and there's Dury with the shot, and pierced it well.
Sometimes that's the sort of situation that cup matches are won and lost on. And for Mark Stephen Pears, they stood up brave, looked at it all the way. An excellent strike from Dury. A ploy they use an awful lot. The touch on at the front post off a corner by Dixon. Dury finds himself in space.
Davenport to Proctor. Right across the face of the goal, but the Cranston might have got an injury there. Mark Proctor sliding the ball right across the area, but unfortunately for him, no one on the end of it. The man who's captaining Middlesbrough today, in the absence of Tony Mowbray, milking the occasion from the sidelines. Bobby Campbell, an old score to settle. It was Middlesbrough, of course, who sent Chelsea down into the second division 2 seasons back when Middlesbrough went up to the first. A dramatic playoff situation. So a little bit of revenge on the minds of Chelsea today.
Certainly don't appear to be overawed, do they, Peter? They've come here to enjoy it. They've come here to play their game, which is passing the ball around. And at the moment, it's okay, they've had one hard flutter from Dury's shot, but they've settled down fairly comfortably.
Here's the free kick, and it's Kernahan, and a goal! Oh! Well, I thought it had gone in then from Slaven, and somehow he failed to turn it in. It seemed impossible that he could miss then. Kernahan challenging.
Well, the one player you would bet money on in this country, that's his scene, isn't it? Little tap-ins, anticipated the header from Kernahan, and really they should be winning the lead now.
Here's the corner taken by Proctor. Back in by Davenport. The whistle's gone though for an infringement. But Bernie Slaven then, well, he really should have scored goal number 26. It seemed he just had to score. The free kick was floated over superbly.
Good free kick here. Kernahan's lost his marker. Good free kick. There was a suggestion at one stage of handball on Kerry Dixon. It looks very much Nicholas has done well though. Perhaps we didn't give him enough credit in the first place, Peter. Nicholas has done very well to intercept that.
Full marks to Nicholas, who got in just before Slaven by the look of that.
I must confess my initial reaction was that Slaven had miscued it completely.
Dorigo. He has Hall in space here. Now for Johnson. Nicholas. Perhaps he 24 years old now and very much in the thinking of Scotland manager Andy Roxburgh for the World Cup. And he scored the only goal for Chelsea anyway in the match against Middlesbrough in those playoffs. And of course, when Dury was out injured, Clive Wilson was in the side, playing on the left side of midfield, with Kevin Wilson and Dixon pushed up front. But hopefully, Dury's okay. Montcow to Johnson. The Chelsea fans trying to urge their team forward now. Bumstead to Hall. Johnson had continued his progress down the middle, and Chelsea have won the free kick. 20 minutes to the first half to go. Might be a chance for Nicholas to blast one in from here. Johnson is there too, and Tony Dorigo as well, who's got a pretty powerful shot. Middlesbrough have all 10 outfield players back defending this free kick. Roger Milford making sure that wall is a requisite distance away. 5 in the wall. It's Dorigo. Oh, it's a goal! Pears got a hand to it, but he couldn't keep it out. And Tony Dorigo has blasted Chelsea into the lead. Pears is furious with himself, and he'll certainly be disappointed. He got a hand to it. Dorigo struck it well, but Pears couldn't draw it out.
Yes, do you give the credit to Dorigo for a lovely swerving shot, or maybe just, as you say, maybe just say to Stephen Pearce, possibly ought to have done better, son?
I think he felt so wrong, didn't he?
Yes, I think so. He got a good hand on the ball, good shot, good struck shot. There was a little dummy just beforehand from Johnson that may just have thrown Pearce slightly, but he'll be a bit disappointed with Stephen Pearce that he hasn't palmed that one over at least.
So 25 minutes gone, and Chelsea, the first division side, are in front against Middlesbrough. And this will test the character now of the second division side. Tony DeRigo, the goal scorer for Chelsea, doesn't score all that often. That's his 4th of the season and his 1st in this competition. DeRigo, Dury, good tackle then. Parkinson timing it perfectly. And it's Chelsea who are in the stronger position. I wouldn't say it's that strong yet. It's certainly the healthier position in the Zenith final. The only goal so far scored by Tony DeRigo. And there you are, that's the view that Stephen Pears will have, and he will be so anxious that the wall is right after the earlier one that beat him. He's prancing up and down his goal line like a scalded cat. DeRigo is there again. Chipping it through, and this time he's held on. A sigh of relief, I'm sure, then, from Stephen Pears. Not really hit so hard this time, curled through by DeRigo. Coleman. Middlesbrough looking to start the second half as they finish the first. But can they find a way to unlock this Chelsea defence? McAllister now, hoping to break for Chelsea. And it's a free kick to the first division side. A goal to the good, scored by Tony DeRigo. But is that going to be enough to win them the Zenith Cup? Chelsea, remember, hoping to win the competition for the second time, as Wilson tries to barge his way through. Wilson again, he got a shot in, but his foot was high. And he got a knock as well in the process. But it's a goal kick to Middlesbrough. Kevin Wilson down injured, and both physios have come on. I think there's a Middlesbrough player down as well, and that is Simon Coleman. Simon Coleman, who was at Wembley a few years ago with Mansfield when they played here in the Freight Rover Trophy. Although he didn't play in the game, he was with the squad. There's Simon Coleman. In fact, I gather he pinched a seat on the team bus. He sold all his tickets to his mates and gave them away. Found he hadn't got one himself, so he nicked a seat on the bus. Kevin Wilson, he's been a revelation really for Chelsea this season. Leading scorer along with Kerry Dixon with those 18 goals, and of course a Northern Ireland international too. And he says himself he's benefited really from having to fight for a place with Dury and Dixon. But here's Dury for Chelsea. Now Kerry Dixon. 80,000 people totally immersed in this cup final, which is really bubbling now in the second half. These fans from Chelsea seeing their team ahead at the moment, but certainly that lead looks a precarious one. DeRigo and Dury organising the free kick. A look for Moncau in there. Johnson this time has stayed back. But Dixon's in there, McAllister and Wilson. DeRigo taking the kick. Here's Nicholas, now McAllister. Good turn by him. But he hasn't managed to shake off Davenport. This is Hall. Moncau. McGee did well, but he was fouled in any case. And Borough have taken the free kick quickly. Ripley now. Looking to accelerate past Johnson. And the Norwegian international forced to concede the corner. Well, that was better than allowing Ripley a run at goal. Corner then to Middlesbrough. Brennan to take it. The two big central defenders have come up, Kernahan and Coleman. Didn't reach them. McGee. Parkinson. Brennan. Markow missed his header for once. Slaven back across the goal. Oh, and Davenport with a dreadful miss kick. And he'll be so annoyed with himself there. In fairness, Ron, the ball really flew across the area, but all the same.
Yes, to be fair, he wouldn't have got a sighting on it till at the last minute because Bernie Slavin whipped it in so rapid. In fact, I thought Bernie Slavin had almost made himself something out of nothing there.
But Middlesbrough are beginning to get a grip on the second half. There's the effort from Slaven across the goal. But here's Dixon for Chelsea. Support arriving too. McAllister's got bursting through the middle. Still Dixon. Beaten though by Cooper. Now Hall. I think Dixon got a knock in the face then as he lost out to Cooper. Indeed, Dixon holding his head, so there's a problem here for Chelsea. Markow, he always looks so comfortable in possession. Very fluent player, but Kerry Dixon looking a little worried at the moment. Got a bash in the face. And there are the two subs, Paul Kerr and Nicky Mohan. 25 minutes to go, so perhaps Colin Todd is contemplating the change as he made that excellent save then. Perhaps he's coming on as goalkeeper. And there's Dixon. Let's hope it's not too serious for him. Chelsea still leading, but it's a slender lead. A goal from Tony Dorigo in the first half. A smile from Ward suggests he's okay. Kerry Dixon, who's had a tremendous career for Chelsea. He's second behind Bobby Tambling in their all-time goal-scoring list. Tambling, I think, 202, so he's well on the way to passing that. Dixon on Dury with Kernahan. Dury's got away from him. Oh! Appeals for a penalty, but it was a clean save. And the referee, Roger Milford, had a good look, and he was absolutely right in my view anyway. And in fairness to Dury, Ron, there was no real protest from Dury.
Oh, not a cat in hell's chance. Very, very good and brave goalkeeping, and if there's any question mark about Dorigo's goal, he's atoned for it there. He's certainly got Alan Kernigan out of prison there because Alan made that. Kernigan's made this look a little weak. It's been out-muscled a bit by Dury there, but his back pass should have been stronger.
Proctor again, combining with Brennan and trying to find Davenport. McAllister again, he's got back. Trying to cut out the service to Davenport. Ripley. Ushered on by Roger Milford. Parkinson, who obviously fancies a crack at goal, but he's a long way out then, Ron.
It's a long way, but he's getting closer. I think his first one was a sighter, the next one he's finding the range.
So by Wednesday, he ought to score. Here's Dixon. Wilson had made the run. Dixon didn't find him. There are now just 2 minutes left in this final of the Zenith Cup. Bobby Campbell's team with one hand on the trophy. Coleman forward. Proctor now. Here's McGee. And towards Ripley. And here's Davenport. No, Hall in there first. Chelsea, as the sun shines really strongly now around Wembley, can come away. Not too far though. Here's Proctor. Ripley chasing. Johnson. Cooper. Bobby Campbell can't sit down any longer. Kevin Wilson. We're now into the last minute. Chelsea 1, Middlesbrough 0. Kernahan. It wasn't a very decisive clearance. Cooper to Proctor. McGee. Middlesbrough still striving. And my word, they've given Chelsea a battle here. Dorigo straight to Kernahan. Now Slaven. Brennan. Montcal. But here's Kernahan for Middlesbrough. One last chance perhaps. We're now into time added on for stoppages. Are we in for a dramatic finish here, or will Chelsea hold on? Jury's header. Now, it's the counter-attack. McAllister, a last-ditch tackle from Kernahan. Coleman now. Slaven, in for Davenport. He has Montcal with him, and he's beaten then by Montcal. What a terrific tackle that was, Ron.
It was a brilliant tackle. For all the good work he's done today, Peter Davenport, I think that was the best chance to create an equaliser. I think if it had stayed strong there, Middlesbrough may very well have found themselves going into extra time.
Parkinson to McGee. Slaven's in the middle. Oh, it was too long for him. Arriving on the end, well, he hoped on the end of the cross. Bernie Slaven hangs his head, looking a little dejected now. But they can hold their heads high to finish Middlesbrough, because they really have given a contest here to Chelsea. Ron, just to name your man of the match, it's Peter Nicholas, I think.
Well, nobody's done more to win the trophy than the guy that's going to lift it. I think he's played a first-class skipper's part, sitting in midfield and controlling the flow of the game.
Jury for Chelsea. Only a few seconds left now. And he's got away from Parkinson. He had Kerry Dixon inside him. He chose to go the other way. Roger Milford has looked at the watch. Gareth Hall. That's out of play. And it's all over. And Chelsea have done it. Or have they? I don't think the referee has blown the final whistle. Everyone in the ground thought he had. He probably did himself, but he hasn't. We're still going on here. We've now had 2 minutes of time added on, and that's it this time. The final whistle blown by Roger Milford. And as Chelsea celebrate, one can only praise to the fight they've been given here by Middlesbrough. There's the man whose goal settled it. Tony Dorigo scored in the first half. But Middlesbrough fought back. They had chances, but Montcal, superb at the back for Chelsea, kept them well organised, with Nicholas running things in midfield, and Chelsea held on. But it has been a day for Middlesbrough to cherish, whatever the outcome. That was always going to be the case. Their first appearance in a Wembley final. Bobby Campbell, I would imagine, looking up to see if he can see his old mum up in the crowd there somewhere. 86 years old. Where is she, he's saying? She said she'd come. So down the steps come the Middlesbrough players as Chelsea prepare to receive the Zenith Cup. Dave Bessant not called on all that often to make any spectacular saves today, but he nonetheless did a good, sound, efficient job in goal. And Peter Nicholas, Ron Atkinson's choice for the Man of the Match award, and I'd go along with that too. Leading his team by example. Behind him, Dave Bessant and Kevin McAllister. It's a long walk up those steps, but when you've a cup to receive, it's very worthwhile. A big broad grin from Peter Nicholas. He's played here for Wales, but never before in a Wembley final, and he holds aloft the Zenith Cup. Peter Nicholas, the captain of Chelsea. Handshakes all round. As Peter Nicholas leads the Chelsea players down the steps. And Middlesbrough are going to set off too on a lap of honour themselves. And they are getting a tremendous reception too from the Chelsea fans. And that's great to see. What a sporting gesture then from the Chelsea fans backed behind the goal, as Middlesbrough now receive the acclaim of their own supporters. Peter Nicholas will be leading his players around, receiving the Man of the Match award too. Well done, Peter Nicholas. Grand old cap fader down the years. For Arsenal, of course, Aberdeen, his last club. Luton he played for. And Crystal Palace too, one of the teams that Chelsea beat en route to the final. And for one young fan, I'm not sure who he supports. And here, posing then for the photographers, the Chelsea players. Those are the pictures you'll see in your newspapers tomorrow morning. Kenneth Monkow has a wig on, a blonde wig, which I'm sure isn't his. Nicholas is wearing it now. So hijinks among the Chelsea players, celebrating their victory here. And what a revival it's been by Chelsea in the past 2 years. Things looking so bleak for them when they were relegated down into the second division, but they've come back with a vengeance, winning the second division by a storm, and now 5th in the first division, and here winners of the Zenith Cup.
Peter Nicholas and Tony Dorigo, two men with something special to celebrate here. Peter, man of the match, how do you feel about that award?
Very pleased, but overall I think all the lads played well, but we're very pleased to win the cup.
Tony Dorigo, a great goal. How did it feel when that one went in?
Oh, it was fantastic. I mean, I've dreamt of something like this ever since I was in Australia, and to come over and actually score the winner at Wembley is fantastic.
Is that something you've been working on?
I take a lot of the free kicks and I score one or two, but this one was one of the better ones.
You normally it's a wall, don't you?
Yeah, that's the one. The shins.
Over the years, this competition's got a lot of criticism for not being anywhere near as big as the other two Wembley finals. Is that how you feel about it?
Oh, not at all. You could tell by the two sets of fans here today. It was fantastic, great atmosphere. Pretty was a bit more entertaining game and actually on the pitch, but at the end of the day, it's about winning the cup, and we did it.
What about a word for Middlesbrough? Did they play as well as you expected them to?
I think they played a lot better. They seem to be putting their best performances in for the cup, and we found it difficult in the second half, but we battled on well, and they played well, but we beat them.